guys, this is my Monday tag video, and today that tag is the chocolate tag, chocolate book tag, whatever you want to call it. Basically I will be linking types of chocolate to types of books that I've read or want to read, but I think they're all books that I've read either recently or many times before. Okay, so the first one is dark chocolate, and I have to link it to a book that covers a dark topic. And technically it's not a novel, it's a graphic novel, and that book is Mouse, or The Complete Mouse, and it covers the topic of the Holocaust, so I don't think you can get much darker than the Holocaust. So yeah, that is my dark chocolate book, a book that covers a dark topic. Then I have white chocolate, which is a light-hearted, humorous read, and for that topic I picked Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell, and the reason why I picked this book is because this book I can relate to this book so much, and I fell in love with Kath and Ren even, and I have a feeling I will be reading this book again soon, even though I only read it 2 months ago or 3 months ago. But I just love this book, and I finished it in less than a day, I believe, and I want to see if the second time is as good as the first time. So that is my white chocolate. The next one is milk chocolate, and it is a book with a hype that I couldn't wait to read. And that book is a book that my sister has read before me, which is kind of how it usually goes. She reads a book and then she recommends it to me, and I read it and I fall in love with this book. And that book is The Fault in Our Stars by John Green, and it's a book that I couldn't wait to read because I'd heard so many good things about this book, even though I was warned that I'd be crying if I'd finished the book or even halfway through, which I did, but I loved it anyway. So that is my milk chocolate book, a book with a hype that I couldn't wait to read. The next one is a wafer-free Kit Kat, and it is a book that surprised me. And that book is Eleanor and Park by Rainbow Rowell, and the reason why I picked this one is because it was the third Rainbow Rowell book that I read in that month. I'm sorry about the sirens, but by the open window. And I picked this book because it surprised me how much I loved it, because again my sister read it before me and I actually borrowed her book, but she didn't really like it that much. She liked it, but it wasn't really that good to her, but I really did like it, and I know I will read it again. And so yeah, that is my wafer-free Kit Kat. The next one is a Lion Bar, and that has to relate to a book that has a bit of a bite to it. And for this one I picked a book that is a Dutch book, and it's a book that is very dear to me because the book is based on this weblog that the writer or the author of the book kept when his daughter, who was 11, she was 11, which he he kept when his daughter was very, very ill. She had a tumor on her, I want to say, left lung. But anyway, she had a tumor, and he kept this weblog so he didn't have to keep all his family members up to date and keep texting and calling, and anyone could just go to this page and read what happened that day or what happened that week. And I pretty much followed this blog very much from the start because I saw it somewhere and I decided to read it because I was very, I don't know why I started reading it actually, but I got pretty gripped by the story. And so yeah, anyway, his daughter, the one this book is about, passed away on October 30th, I want to say, 2012, when she was 11 years old. And that's when Louis, who wrote this book, he was approached to turn his blog into a book because the blog got more than 10,000 or 10 million even, 10 million viewers, and they turned it into a book which is called Kan je Guusje? And this is his daughter. And if you thought that the weblog would get you crying, the book is even worse. And it's not because it's not, I don't know, I get really emotional over these kinds of things. And last year I got to meet her father, who gave readings on losing your children and how you'd, or losing family members even, but and how he and his family, because they had have 5 other children as well, how he and his wife and his 5 other kids deal with the loss of their daughter and their sister. And he signed the book for me, and it says, this is what he signed, and it says, "To Daphne, what matters most is what you do for others." And then it says Papa Louis, which yeah, anyway, and he wrote a second book, which happened, this is about her, the period of her when she was ill, and the other book is how his family got through the period after her passing. And they're such good books, and I wish they were translated into English, because everyone should read this book, because it's that much of a gripping story. So Kan je Guusje is a book that will forever be in one of my favorite books, just because the story is so wow. So that is my lion bar, and it has a bit of a bite to it because you won't be able to stop crying during this book. The next one is Fry's Turkish Delight, and it is a bit of an exotic with an unusual flavor. And I know it's not really that exotic, but I picked Divergent because it had an unusual flavor for me, because Divergent was one of the first dystopian young adult books that I read, and this is my spare copy of Divergent, because I've got the hardbacks, the trilogy at home. But yes, it's such a good story, and I loved it. So yeah, that is my Fry's Turkish Delight. And the last book is The Cadbury's Flake, and that is a comfort read. And I know this book can be pretty, I want to say graphic. It's not really that much, not that graphic, but this is the book that I go to when I want to read a book that I can fall in love with and that I do love. And yeah, that book is Beautiful Disaster by Jamie Maguire, and it's about Abby and Travis, and Abby falls in love with Travis and Travis falls in love with Abby, and the story is so good. So anyone should check it out. And Jamie Maguire, the author of this book, she's writing another book, or it has already finished. Anyway, it comes out the 1st of next month in July, and it's about Travis's brother, Trent. I want to say Trent. I'm not sure actually. Could be one of the other brothers. I think it's Trent. Anyway. But yes, read this book, because anyone who I recommended this book to, which is my sister and her best friend, my best friend, and several others, they've all loved this book, and it's a good read. So yeah. So anyway, that was my chocolate book tag, and I wanted kind of do this. These were the books that I picked. So thank you for watching this video, and I hope to see you next time for my next video. Bye!